Hi, it's Hazel, and welcome to my channel, Hazel Anaka Design. This is a haul video, and as usual, I will be using the hashtags Thrifty Canucks, hosted by my friend Kim Newberg, Thrifted Treasures, hosted by my friend Dale, and Thrifty Thursday, hosted by Sherry from Turquoise Dreaming. Now, this may be unlike any other haul video you will see, in that it may fall into the category of having to turn a sow's ear into a silk purse. So, a little bit of context. We know that the world changed with COVID, and one of the ways it changed was that auctions went from in-person to online. It became a necessity because of lockdowns and trying to keep each other safe and so on. And obviously the big plus with online auctions brought that up, that way, that style, that method of shopping into our homes, and with that, convenience. And if a person uses the max bid feature, you don't even have to actually be even virtually present to bid. So I would say that that's probably the good news. I mean, it is the good news. The downside of that is that auctions that are done through auction houses typically don't have previewing days, or if they do, obviously you have to be close enough where that would make sense to actually go and, look at the lots that you're interested in. So sometimes a person is bidding, kind of with a hope and a prayer, and you don't really know what you're getting till you get it home. Well, yesterday, I'm taping this on November 10th, Sunday, November 10th. And so yesterday, after the purchase had sat around for probably nearly a month or over a month, I went to pick up one lot that I bought at auction. It was a mixed bin, and I guess that's one of the benefits of it. It came in a clear tote, no cover, mind you, but the tote has value in itself. So I don't believe I overpaid. However, it does raise, when you actually get it home and open it up, it raises the question, okay, now what? Did the stuff I really wanted outweigh the necessity of dealing with the stuff I didn't necessarily want or didn't know I was going to get? Blah, blah, blah. Anyway, let me start showing you some stuff, and hopefully I can talk and show at the same time. So, and I don't think I've removed anything. I kind of wasn't even really planning to show this, but so this is a Michaels product, a package of these cardstock type labels, or metal rim tags. Supposed to be a package of 10. There are 6, and I think almost all of them, 4 out of 6, have been written on. And that's not the end of the world, because it's easy enough to cover that up. So this is something I can definitely use. Let me deal with this. Now, I have no idea what this is. Now if I can read that correctly, that says $56.50 for this roll. So, I don't know what it is. I did, and there's lots of it here. It could be a blessing, who knows. What I did was cut a few inches off, because to me it feels like it should open up, that it's in fact a tube that has, out of necessity, been flattened down to fit around a spool. I tried with a variety of things to see if in fact it was 2-ply. Well, it doesn't look like it. I think that this, obviously, like, it is kind of well, I don't want to say coarse because it's not coarse, it's smooth, but it's got, oh my God, usually I'm not at a loss for words. It's got some body to it. It obviously isn't going to hold a fold. Anyway, I think that it could be kind of cool, used in snippets or whatever, particularly, I guess I don't need the screwdriver anymore, particularly if a person kind of, phrase it a bit. It could obviously also be used around journals or whatever. So probably okay, except that there's so much. What you're seeing here, remember, well, I guess some of you know better than I do about the early days of scrapbooking. Everybody and his brother jumps on bandwagons. And so this allegedly is a wedding kit, if you can imagine. Now, in the beginning, the designs were pretty simplistic, pretty primitive. I wasn't able to find any date on the packaging to know when this came from, but we know that this was early, where they thought that they were really very generous if they gave you 4 pieces of paper and a bunch of stickers. Oh, I guess I did fussy cut around those things and put them. I didn't bring them back here. So I'll put that aside. There was also a Christmas one. Now, I think this had 6 pieces of paper, and the paper is, this paper is okay. Nothing to really write home about, but it's not offensive. I think it'll be used. And then these were the sort of the other things that came along. Little punch outs. Now I fussy cut around those. These strips, I think this might be sticker. These are stickers. And again, it's a certain aesthetic to the design. So that is fine. That'll be used in some form or another. Also in the bin was this giant scrapbook. It's in great condition. Hutchinson Patrick. I might even have some, maybe not with this exact design, but that's somehow that name kind of made in Canada. That design kind of, that name kind of rings a bell. Anyway, mint. So of course, who doesn't love paper? Now I was thinking that this would be a good thing. Now it's got one of those post-close. Oh, does it? Yes, here. I need my screwdriver. We know that by unscrewing this, we can get access to the pages. So maybe every second page could be taken out, and this could become an oversized art journal or glue book or whatever. So this is fine too, although I'm sure I have something similar to it already. This is a package of, oh, and the reason I'm going in kind of item by item is thinking, okay, is this a win or is this a lose? Is this something that I'm going to have to spend a lot of time and energy figuring out how to use? Do I cut my losses and donate it and just, free up my few brain cells to work on something that maybe will give a better bang for my investment of time and energy? So these are some sort, this is 14 4x6 quality, deluxe quality, recipe cards ruled on both sides, space for special health information, and 14 covers. Well, I don't understand all that, but again, I'm going to throw this out because I got more packaging than, what? Than Dodds has pills or something. How does that go? Oh, you can add calories, cholesterol, and sodium. Okay, that's what they're talking about. And these little plastic sleeves, I guess. Oh, those bags are kind of cute because they're just open at one end. So, okay, so this is, I would say this is a good thing. Certainly can use that. Now, those of you who are familiar with my channel know that, 2003, Making Memories, that is a package of rub-ons. Now, I am, I don't have a good track record with rub-ons. Probably because I never buy them new. Let me just put this aside. I never buy them new. So I'm always using, old stuff that has been... I'm not going to try this out right this second because you don't need to hear swearing first thing in the morning. So I will put this aside, and obviously if it works, you'll see it. And if it doesn't, we'll never speak of it. Well, that's not a promise I intend to keep. I was going to say bitch and moan, but anyway, I will complain bitterly if it doesn't work. This I thought was a really attractive package of paper. It says that it's got 50 sheets and 50 seals. I would say the only disadvantage, now this would have been intended as, it says stationary. The only disadvantage to this is that you either need to, cut it or tear it in half this way to use smaller signature pages, or perhaps fold it in half and make, pockets with an open end or a top opening. Or fold it lengthwise and use it in a tall skinny. But I like the design. I think that's pretty classic looking. Have no idea. Again, this was a Michaels thing. Looks like 2013 perhaps, if that means anything. Okay, so I would say that's a good thing. Although, Christmas has its limited season. Now, this is a huge thing of stickers. They could probably be used, and I'm sure there's a lot of glare on this, but the problem here is, of course, let me just do it. I always, they're small things. Obviously, it is a lot easier to store these two things than that whole thing. Now, it is very glittery. It almost looks like checker plate or something, the design. But I'll add this to my stickers and hopefully use them fairly soon. This, of course, is a nice piece of cardboard, and that can and will be used at some point. Oh, I should say one other thing. There was also a scrapbooking magazine, this, in the tote. Now, I couldn't find a date on it anywhere, which is kind of dumb. But I thought, okay, I'm not just adding this to another pile of magazines, never to be seen again, never to be remembered again. Let me do something. So last night, as I was watching something or other, I ripped the thing apart. So I thought these were my good pages that would find their way into a glue book or an art journal or something. They were like, not necessarily chapters, but section heads. So ribbon, brads, rub-ons, my favorite, die cuts, punches. Like, I can see either fussy cutting some of this stuff or turning it, backing it and having it become a page, or just, I don't know, collage fodder, stencils. I also cut out some sections of words that I thought, that I thought were interesting. So there are a few there. The word science. Now, I have an atrociously ineffective way of keeping my sentiments stored and separated. And that's probably why most of the time I forget to use them, because it's just so, it's god-awful. Pre-designed pattern paper. other techniques, journaling. Not the greatest looking peacock I've ever seen, but, you know, again, probably has a place in a peacock journal. Then there were some of these that were, you know, I guess a gallery of some of the projects that people have done. So some of these are probably worth cutting out and using. Then we're back to these headings, eyelets, stickers. I thought that was kind of cool. Pattern paper, cardstock, adhesives. Here's some tools, basic toolkit. Again, you know, if you're doing kind of an office or stationery or art kind of a journal or project, you know, sometimes having these kinds of things fussy cut and ready to go is good. A stack of journals. I thought this looked kind of cool. Yeah, those are all the headings. This was the table of contents. Another sentiment, and then this is the inside of the front cover. And I thought that could be, you know, good basis for a couple of tags or pockets or something. So that I thought, you know, I was trying to, this is the silk purse out of an old magazine that maybe doesn't have too much else going for it. Because frankly, all of these pages I rejected. I don't need anything like this, although I suppose if I set my mind to it, I could tear around each of these layouts and use them as collage fodder. Or if a person was desperate for some faces, you know, if you needed if you were low on pictures of people, I guess that this would come in handy. More than likely, though, I will just end up using these as glue sheets and, you know, make it the best of it that way. Okay, so then, oh, there was this jar of these larger safety pins. So that's a good thing because we know that those kinds of things are expensive. Okay, what's next? Whoopsie. An open package of tags. Okay, craft tags, heavyweight tags, Ink Essentials is the brand name, which I guess must be an offshoot of Ranger. 20 tags. Oh, I don't like that green, but anyway, I don't know how many there are. I won't bother counting. It seems like there are quite a few, so clearly I'll chop this off or whatever. I don't like that color, so that's a good thing. And then there's this Sizzix Alterations Movers and Shapers, a repositionable magnetic die. So it's like, I guess, a clip, you know, like a, what do you call those things? Clipboard clip. I don't know what that's supposed to be. So at some point I will try this. Has it ever, I guess it's been open. So I often thought that these were like really weird, but a snotty scrapbooking store person said, oh no, these are so much better. So apparently they're so much better, don't you know? So I will give that a shot, although, again, in the scheme of things, is that the best thing? You know, was my life complete before I had this? Yes, it was. Okay, keep going. There was one of these. Now, I do have one of these stamp scrubbers. And again, I didn't grow up in the scrapbooking world, so I use it very sporadically. Now, it seems to me, from what I can figure out from this cover here, is that you're supposed to spray it with some kind of, it says Stamping Mist, trademark, scrub. Oh no, stamping mist. Okay, stamping mist, period. Scrub the stamp in the damp tray and rub dry in the adjoining tray. I would imagine it's just a matter of reactivating that with whatever that stuff is, or I would also try just plain old water. So this is probably a good thing, and because it's a duplicate, who knows, maybe I would, it's a Stampin' Up! Brand, so it looks good. Probably, list that or take it to a live sale or something. This is a package of magnetic strips. Now, I have to say, I know I have magnets somewhere. I don't seem to use them. And I don't know, frankly, if these would be strong enough to ever use like as a closure, say on an envelope or whatever. So again, it's one of those things when you've got too many things to do or more ideas than you have time to act on. This is the kind of thing that gets pushed off to the side and forgotten about literally for years. So let's keep going. Now, the reason I bid on this lot at all is because, one more questionable thing to show you. This appears to be, well, this is a magnetic thing. Gross packaging. Let's throw that away right now. And then all these little, I don't know, okay, so best buds. So now I suppose these could be used as a person would use any sentiment. Now, because I'm not a teenage girl, is any of this going to be any use to me? I don't know. But I guess the point is that I will have a closer look at this. If it looks like, and it's so darn shiny. Funky. I'd use the word funky probably. I wouldn't say best buds, I don't think. Anyway, so this is one of those things that a person has to have, really in the early days of thrifting and getting into this life, I would have saved this and found a way to store it and so on. Now it almost seems like, okay, kid, cut your losses, put it in a fresh new bag and donate it because, really, life's too short for some of this stuff. So, and I'm sorry if I'm, bursting anyone's balloon here about the whole gamut or the whole world of thrifting and auctions and so on. But I think anyone who's been doing it for more than 5 minutes has probably experienced the very thing I'm talking about. Okay, so now this is what I was most interested in. All these stamps. Oh, I should also show you that I got these 3 stamp pads. It looks like there might have been a little cross-contamination of colors. You know what? Let me protect my backdrop here with this planet calendar. Now, I don't intend to try every single stamp out with you, although honestly, I do need to set aside an afternoon because I do have many stamp sets that I've acquired probably in the last 3 or 4 months that I have never tried yet because, it's the opportunity hasn't presented. Oh, and I didn't bring a stamping block near me. But anyway, let's just see if these things even have any juice on them. I finally figured out this is a high heel. So let's see. This is going to be amateur hour in terms of, this might actually work. This one is called Memento Luxe and the color is nautical blue. And I just have a bunch of scrap paper. Again, this is not the proper way to stamp anything, but we're just being quick and dirty here. Oh, that's kind of cute. Okay, I don't know what this is. So let's give this one a shot. Okay, so we know that there's something here. Is there anything? Is there any juice left in this one? I think this might be, is this Michael's house brand? Now, I could be totally stamping this upside down because, of course, I don't know what it is. Now, getting some new colors of ink and pads that don't need refreshing. Whoops. Oh, cool. A lady with, let me do this again because it's still juicy. Okay, that's her neck. A lady with a hat with a veil over her face. And there is a recurring theme between these stamps. Most of them are ladies. Should have brought a wipe a little closer. Anyway, okay, so 2 out of 3 of the stamp pads work. This is obviously another lady. Let's give her a try. The issue with stamp pads, of course, is that I don't have one of those fancy dancy, thing with the slots and all of that. I have a drawer here off to the side of me where I keep my Distress Oxides. These sorts of bigger pads I keep in my center desk drawer, but I'm to the max of, I've maxed out the space there, so. Okay, this one is the lightest of all, but I like faces. Okay, so these are fine. So that was good because we know ink is expensive. So I don't know what all this is. So this, look, it says peace and love. Stamp it, Australia. Self-cling rubber stamp. Has never been used. So that's a good thing. I never did a video about it, but I went through all of the kids' DVDs, grandkid DVDs, since they're never here anymore and are growing fast and furious. I thought, let me remove all the guts of and save the cases. Now, I have a gazillion cases, but I've never moved any stamps into them. Because, again, that's one of those maintenance type jobs that just you need to buckle down and do it. Okay, so in this case, obviously, whoever owned these before stamped images and okay, but there's some, what is this? This looks like, oh, the lady with the pearl earring, you know that famous painting? That's what this is. Huh, well, that's cool. That's a bonus. Okay, so 3 images, 4 stamps. Good thing. This one, these are Da Vinci images. So the horse and the lady's face. So just they look so very, I don't know. Can you look at this? I think I just need to prove something to myself. Okay, so the best one here was the orange one. Let's try the orange one. Again, it doesn't help that I'm not using a block. but they are somewhere in the back 40 here. No idea how well I did that, but we'll see. Oh, I think it moved as it hit the ground. I hit the paper. I guess if I could reach my brayer, that might be another way to provide some even pressure. Anyway, I hope that you are all well. I got a brilliant idea, if I do say so myself, yesterday as to what I'm going to do. Oh, see, that is beautiful. Can you imagine that in gathered twig or something like that? Yeah. Anyway, I came up with a bright idea for what a person is going to have to do to have a chance to win a my 1,000 subscriber giveaway. I should actually, why don't I put these guys in here? They don't belong, but being loose isn't exactly the answer either. So expect that very soon I will be doing a video and deal with that and get on with it because, you know, obviously I've passed that mark a while ago. And, oh, this one wasn't stamped, so we don't know what's in here. Is this kid proof? Is that why I can't get into it? Oh my goodness. Okay, oh, that's beautiful. Looks like a body of water. Yeah, I'm sure that's a reflection. And what the heck is going on here? Now that stickiness is probably not a good thing, so that's just a beautiful tree. I don't think putting that paper in there was such a bright idea. Anyway, yes, one of these days I will do a marathon stamping thing. This is nice. See, these are beautiful. And again, unused. So clearly, these things are a win. Maybe looking less like a sow's ear. Try to speed up here a bit. Okay, so this person obviously had kind of the same kind of aesthetic that I do. So here, Chapel Road art stamps. So I'm not familiar with that image, but maybe that's, if it says art image, maybe that means that it was a painting. And then this one is this here with a keyhole and a key and a fern and a little, so that's good. Oh, here's some more Da Vinci. So again, because these were charcoal drawings or something in the first place, I wonder if this Chapel Road art stamp still exists. You'd think I could get all the Da Vinci ones in one, but I won't do that now. Okay, more ladies. Okay, so this is what we have here. Oh, she's taped them to the cover. So there's a beautiful woman and 3 other beautiful Art Deco kind of poses. Now there's some extra stuff here. What does that say? Oh, it's not that easy to read backwards. I don't know. And what does this say? Oh, fashion. Elegant. Is that elegant couture fashion? So that's a lovely one. Okay, I just have 4 more. Then these vases. Oh, this person, whoever owned these, must have really loved these, well, both the art images, the faces. Imagine how lovely some of this would be in an art journal. Cool. Okay, what's this? Sticking like glue. Okay, so there's a bird. Branches, blossoms of some sort. Yeah, I'll definitely have to do mass make with some stamping. Okay, this has 2, a blue jay and an orchid. Magenta. Never heard of that brand either, but then we know I don't know too much about this. Okay, and this is the final one. I might have that stamp. So we've got those 2 ladies. We've got her. What the heck is this? Looks like a hat and a purse. That's probably where those other small ones that were loose belong. The shoe and the... Where did I stick those? Oh, in here. Yeah, I can combine the Da Vinci ones and I'll put this stuff in here. Okay. Yeah, I'd say that's a hat with a ribbon and a little purse. Anyway, I hope that some of the rambling that I did about the pros and cons of thrifting and, you know, realistically sorting through what will I, you know, in my heart of hearts, what will I actually use? What, am I just delaying the inevitable? You know, hanging on to something only to, in a fit of disgust later, throw something out because it no longer serves my purposes, or I finally accepted the reality that I will not use it. So in that vein, I will be donating this, and I'll try these Raw-Bons when you're not looking, and I guess maybe I scored a little better here than initially it looked like, because yeah, I just didn't really know. But anyway, I hope I haven't turned you off online shopping, because of course there are more pluses than there are minuses to that. And yeah, we'll see you guys in the next one. I think what I'm doing next, which you may see before you even see this one, is the flip through of my 4 little mini Christmas, well, not that they're that mini, but smallish Christmas blush journals. So that's what I'm doing next. I hope you have something equally as exciting to do. Thanks, guys. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.